Stick it in the fridge, stick it in the fridge, stick it in the fridge, stick it in the fridge. Yo, when I'm fishing, let's keep one thing clear. The bait's over there, the brew's right here. I like cool beverage, yeah. I like cool beverage, yeah. I like
It's going on the second week of May already, and I finally got my hops transplanted from pots into the ground a couple weeks ago, but we've had 2 weeks of straight rain here, so I've had no time or opportunity to get my hop trellis built, and I'm just going to show you really quickly how I put it together in case you want to do something similar. Let's go outside. Second year, this is my second year Centennial, which was in the pot last year. This is a Chinook, and it's huge, it's getting crazy. And again, it's been growing in the ground here for a little over 2 weeks because it's been raining like crazy. I haven't put the trellis up. Here's a Cascade, one of the biggest ones I had last year. And this is a Fuggle that is now on its third year, but I did it its first 2 years in a small pot, so hopefully this year it will come alive. Now hopefully you can get an idea of how I planted these. I turned the soil up all the way down about a foot, and I mixed in a lot of peat moss and composted manure and a little bit of older mulch that had already broken down, a couple years old. I had a pile of it, so it's nutrient rich, and it's pretty well draining at this point. Let me talk a little bit about how I'm going to have my support poles in the ground. This is a 24-inch piece, or a 2-foot piece of 1.25 inch galvanized pipe, rigid pipe. And I got a couple pipe caps, and what I did was screw the cap on, beat that into the ground with a sledgehammer about 6 inches, then pull it back out, and then take the cap off and use a stick to get the earth plug out of it. Every time you do that, you put the cap back on, beat it into the ground some more, another 6 inches or so, pull it back out, and keep doing that and removing the plug until you get where you have it about 6 inches sticking out of the ground here, and then just pound it down almost all the way in like I have it here. Now the way this is going to work is I now have a hollow 2-foot piece of hollow tubing, and into that I am putting a fence. This is actually a runner for a fence. It's like the top runner pipe for a fence, and I really don't know about its strength. I mean, it seems pretty rigid. But it fits perfectly into that sleeve. All right, now what I did at the top of the poles was I put an eye bolt in here, drilled a hole, put an eye bolt through there, and I'm just going to run my top line through that. I'm sure there's some better technical term for what that line is, but it's like going to be like a clothesline. Now for my top line, I'm using a polypropylene, basically like a climber's rope. You can see the tag there. I got this at Lowe's. It's about 3/8 of an inch. I think it's 75 feet by 3/8. And for my uprights going from the hop plants, the vine climbing portion is some 3/8 sisal rope or sisal twine, which I also got at Lowe's. I think I got a 100-foot reel of it, and I cut that into 4 pieces. You can see how that upright pole fits perfectly into the inside of a 1.25 inch galvanized pipe. And these poles are, I think they are 20 feet tall. And you can see that I put a cable stop or a cable clamp on the rope. When I pull these tight, I want that to rest against that eye bolt on the top, so that when I tighten the horizontal rope and I bring it down to a stake in the ground, I want it to act like a guy wire. Okay, there's the upright with the horizontal going up to the other pole. And you can kind of see all the lines. I didn't pull them too tight because sisal rope actually contracts as it gets wet, so since it's dry I left it a little slack. But I pounded some stakes in down by the plant and tied off the sisal rope, and I trained about 4 bines up the twine for now. I trimmed a lot of the excess away so that it doesn't steal nutrients. You want to promote good growth on the remaining bines that you have trained. And I'm pretty happy with how they're coming along. This Chinook right here is at least 5 feet tall. Okay guys, so that's the hop trellis project, and if you have any questions about how I did anything or wanted to comment on what I did or tell me I did something wrong, leave a comment. Thanks. Bye.